G'day guys, welcome back. On this video we're going to get some paint finally on the VL. So I haven't filmed it, but we've got it in the booth all masked up, ready to rock and roll. So all I've got to do now is give it a prep sole, clean it up, tack rag it, and we'll be able to get into it. So I'll flip it around, give you a look at it, and then we'll get into it. So we're ready to go. This run we're basically just going to do all the body, the boot lid and the front panels I'll be doing separate. Just my booth isn't big enough to get everything in there, so all the front panels, boot lid will get done in a run. Then I can assemble all the car, and then we'll get all the moulds, bumpers, all the plastics done. So we're finally in here, we're finally ready to rock and roll. It's been a long road on this car. I've had it for a couple of years in the shop, so it'd be great to get this thing in colour. I cannot wait. It should come up pretty sweet, so we'll leave it at that and get into it. So we're just going to run over it with a tack rag, just to pick up any bits of dust or anything that may be on the panel that we don't want on there when we're painting. I don't press really hard with this because they are sticky, and I don't really want that transferring onto the panel. So we'll just run over it gently. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm probably going to knock the top off it all with some 2000 and polish it. So I mean, I'm not too concerned if it gets some dust in it, because we are going to get some dust in it, but I don't want it to be absolutely loaded with trash. Try and get it as clean as we possibly can, and that'll make it easier when it comes time to do the polishing. So we're just about ready to go. Got the colour mixed up, or the first pot of colour mixed up. So I'll put a coat on, and then depending on how much colour we've got left, I'll mix up more while the base coat I put on the car flashes off. So she's about ready to go now, so let's get into it. So it's nearly covered. This has got 5 coats of the maroon on it. It probably needs, I would expect, at least another 2. Just on the right light and the right angle, you can see a couple of tiny little spots that aren't covered. But it's probably 80% covered. So another couple of coats and we'll be right, I reckon. But this is the part you don't really want to rush, because if you don't put enough colour on it and you clear it, when you take it outside in the sun, it's going to be see-through. So I mean, I would rather spend another hour in here putting base coat on, knowing that it's fully covered, counting your coats that you're putting on. Well, that's what I like to do. That way, when I paint the front panels, I know exactly, all right, I've got 5 coats on the car. I'll put 5 coats on the front panels when I paint them, and it's going to match up sweet. So yeah, take your time when you're doing this sort of shit. I know it gets exciting and you want to clear it and all that kind of thing, but it's best to take your time now, because once it clears on, it's too late. If you don't have enough colour on it and it's see-through, it's too late. It's fucked. You're doing it again. So another couple of coats. I've got a sunlight which I'll bring in and I'll have a look, just to 100% make sure it's all covered, because obviously you don't want to do it twice. And yeah, so let's keep chugging along. Alrighty, so I didn't film actually painting the car. I just wanted to get in and get it done because I've worked today, and I just wanted to get it knocked over. So we are all done. I'll flip the camera around and give you a look at it, and yeah, see what you reckon. I think it's come up pretty good. Alright, so there she is. Geez, it felt good to pull the trigger on this one and get it painted. I've had this car in my shop now for a few years. It started as a bit of a, you know, sort of do it in between jobs when I had time and stuff like that. So it's a relief to finally have this car painted. I mean, I know it's not finished, but this is majority of it, so I'm pretty happy. You know, everything that's left to do is pretty straightforward. You know, guards, bonnet, nose cone, that's really not going to take that long. This was, you know, in my mind, it's the biggest hurdle to get over. You know, once all this is painted, the rest is just all parts. So there is a lot of parts on a VL, as you would all know, with the moulds, the bars, you know, all the little moulds that sit on top of the bars and that. But yeah, I didn't film actually painting the car just because, yeah, I've worked all day and I just wanted to come here and get it knocked over. Mucking around with the camera and filming as much as I do want to do it. Sometimes I don't have the time. I just want to actually get things done. But so what I've done is I've put 3 coats of clear on this car. It's a high solid clear. So now basically what I'll do is I'll let this sit for a few weeks, let the solvents gas out of the clear before I go, you know, sanding and polishing and things like that. I like to let them sit for a little bit, let them breathe. So while I wait for that, I'll be doing all the parts, and we'll keep making progress on it. I do want to get this car done next. This is the next one to go before I jump onto the other projects in the shed. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's come up pretty good. It's pretty straight. It's pretty clean. There's not too much shit in the paint. There's a few bits in the roof, but you know, it's to be expected. I always get a little bit in the top panels. This booth isn't the greatest. That's why I've got all the plastic up there to cover up the vents a bit. I'm assuming I'll have a bit of dust fall from there, so I've tried plasticing all that up while I paint this one just to see if it made a difference, and it definitely did. So I'm happy with that. So that's a VL body painted. Now I'll be able to move on to the next step of this job. So yeah, we're all done. So as usual, want to finish the video off and just give a thanks to all the new subscribers that have jumped on board. You know, it's appreciated that you want to jump on and follow along and have a look at what I get up to in here. You know, this is all after hours. You know, I work full time as a spray painter, so everything I do in here is after hours, and every second weekend basically. So that's why there is a bit of a wait in videos, which I apologise for that, but look, I can't work 24/7, and you know, when you've got a family at home, you sort of got to juggle things a little bit. So I'll try and, you know, get videos out a little bit quicker than what I've been doing. I think I've been getting one out every month, which I want to try and get a few more out. But you know, I don't want to just film things for the sake of filming things either. So anyway, it's been a big day. it's time to get home, have a feed, have a beer, and throw the feed up. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.